Olá, meninas da Capricho, aqui quem fala é a Amábile Reis, mais uma vez na minha casa, que está um tanto quanto bagunçada, não reparem, preparando uma entrevista maravilhosa para vocês. Dessa vez eu converso com o elenco do filme Quase Uma Rockstar. Eu vou bater um papo com Auliʻi Cravalho, Rhenzy Feliz, Judy Reyes e Justina Machado. Eu estudei pra caramba pra pronunciar o nome de todo mundo corretamente, espero ter feito isso. Tô super animada, eu já assisti o filme, ele é lindo, chorei, me emocionei, dei risada. Então vamos ver aí o que os atores contam para nós.
Hi guys, how are you?
We're
Good,
doing great.
Well, I have to say that I studied all night last night trying to pronounce your names correctly. So let me see if I did a good job. It's Auliʻi and Rhenzy, is correct?
Yeah, you got it.
Absolutely
Well done.
perfect.
The hard work paid off.
Hi Judy, how are you? Hi. I'm a huge fan of both of you. I love Scrubs and I love One Day at a Time. So I'm very excited for this interview. So I decided to play a little game with you guys. I will give you a situation and you have to tell me something that happened while you were shooting the movie or a curiosity about someone in the cast and talk a little bit about that, okay?
Okay.
What was the most challenging scene to shoot?
I've got one for me. Well, one of them didn't even make the movie, which is another thing. But you remember that one. The one that was most challenging for me is there's a scene towards the end. Her and I are in my car, and you probably also remember me melting down during that scene a bunch. And it's me, and it's great. This scene has like an amazing flow. We actually found it on the day. But that was probably the toughest scene for me to do, was the one in the car right before we go into the variety show.
I would say that my hardest scene, for some reason, it was actually like a group scene. I remember coming to set that day and all of us just kind of got like yelled at a little bit. None of us could remember our lines. It's where I think we see like a missing, this girl doesn't have a tuba. That's the only hint that you get. But none of it, it was kind of an off day, but we got it. Obviously, it seems great.
I, and Auliʻi had that moment where, she confessed, she tells us about her problem. So I don't know that we had that funny a moment. We just kind of like avoided being funny because it was such a kind of like a dense and dramatic moment. Like when we act, we don't play.
Yeah. There's that. I'm always boring when they ask these questions.
Was that scene the most difficult you guys had while shooting the movie? Like that conversation and things like that?
It was a little difficult just because it was very emotional and we did a lot of takes, but that's really what it was. I got emotionally tired because we did so many takes, but I was really excited to do that scene because it actually was an audition scene. And I just love that scene. It's one of my favorite scenes when I read the script, and it's one of my favorite scenes that I was in when I saw the movie. So I always get really excited to do something that's that good. So it was exciting for me.
It was really exciting for me to actually be in that scene too with Justina. It's great to watch her work because because there's so many places where she has to go in that scene. It's like emotional, fear, concern, rage, and then she just kind of like gives up and leaves, and you're just kind of like watching her go all these places as someone who has got like a real problem, and she has to do it all day, and you're sitting there kind of like witness to a person who's going through it all day. It's really fascinating to watch her work that way, and yeah, of course she's exhausted afterwards, so the only thing I could do was buy her dinner after that. At the end of the day. So that's what I did.
Who was the person that always forgot the lines and things like that?
Speaking of me, for sure. I'll take it.
I feel like you were pretty amazing. I'm trying to think of anyone who did. She's working 12 hours a day all day for a month and a half. So it's like understandable if she would forget a line, but you almost never did. It was kind of weird and upsetting, and I'm a little jealous.
Oh, thank you.
What was the funniest scene you guys shoot?
I loved working with Auliʻi. I mean, she's just so phenomenal. So it was fun. Even though it was deep, I had a lot of fun.
And you guys look alike.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Awesome.
It's those cheekbones. That's what I guess. Look alike.
I think my answer is very different probably from Rhenzy's, because the best thing for me was the variety show, because I just sat and watched the whole thing. That was a blast.
Yeah, the variety show, when I first got the script, it's like this many pages of lines. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then over and over and over, and I'm in like a little outfit thing, and it's hot and the lights are on. I think we had very different experiences for the variety show.
That was your favorite part?
I wouldn't say favorite. Favorite's strong.
Rhenzy, you did a great job. I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Auliʻi, I gotta ask, did you really know how to make the egg sandwich on the movie?
Absolutely not. I don't do any cooking. No. No.
That was what we were eating on the day was like cream cheese and bread. It wasn't egg at all. Yeah, that's what we had: toasted cream cheese and bread.
But it looks amazing, if that's something that I can say.
Good.
Do you guys have like a cute story with Bobby Big Boy?
Yes, absolutely. Bobby Big Boy was so sweet and such a great dog actor, by the way. Can we give Bobby Big Boy a round of applause? But it was really important to our film as well to have kind of Amber's best friend, who is someone who's there all the time, and it's like a little companion. It was so much fun, actually. I spent so much time with that dog, of like, he was either in my backpack or he was in my arms being carried around in my jacket. So we bonded a lot during the film.
So the show touched a lot of deep subjects, but also leaves a message about we be brave enough to follow our dreams. What message would you like to give to the people that are going to watch the movie?
I would say that life gets hard for a lot of people, and it'll bring you down, and it's not easy, and it's not meant to be easy. I think nothing worth getting is that easy, and that it's going to be tough. But if you center yourself, surround yourself with people who care about you and who you care about, people who genuinely love you, and that takes time and that can take effort, but I think that it is doable. And use them, lean on the people that you, because
Well, I completely agree with what Rhenzy said. I think it's really important that you have your chosen family.
Was I gone?
Yes, you were.
Okay, my bad.
I was just reiterating your thoughts. I was like...
Yeah, I think you know where I was going with it.
Yeah, I think our film is really important in that there are so many important characters that come into play that help in Amber's life. And I think we can all find ourselves in Amber as well, through the hard times, through being honest to our friends. I really connected to the character because I loved her hope and her optimism. So I think everyone will find something to relate to. And if nothing else, we have a really cute dog in there too. So,
I mean, I would like to say to them, not only to be brave enough, but to be brave enough to ask for help. I think that we're taught, sometimes we're asked to be, of course, to be proud, but then I think pride to a fault, to the point where you're like trying to be alone and not ask for anything. And yeah, it'll scare you away from following your dreams. But there's also a community around you that can help you realize a gift that has been given to you. And yeah, to find the courage to do that when there's people around you who believe in you just as much as you do.
Gente, muito fofos, perfeitos, amei. Descobrimos várias curiosidades sobre o filme, inclusive que o sanduíche de ovo não é sanduíche de ovo coisa nenhuma, na verdade é apenas um pão com cream cheese, quem diria, né, minha amiga? Olha só, Quase Uma Rockstar chega nas plataformas Netflix no dia 28 de agosto, ou seja, anote aí no calendário. Aproveita nos comentários, me conta o que você achou dessa entrevista e também me dê sugestões de outros filmes, vamos bater aí um papo, tá bom? Espero que todos estejam bem e um beijo!